Let's also have a microphone, and now people can actually hear things. So turn my phone off. So we are going to be starting off tonight with some WarWind, because world needs more purple snake. Probably do that for about an hour or so, and then move on to some Warcraft 2, which, for people who only know the latest installations of Azeroth-based titles, it might be a little bit different. We'll just give it a couple of minutes for seeing if anyone's going to come along, and then we'll jump into the game. Okay. Ah, there we go. Have like displays and everything. So I know we have played Tharoon before, but it's not recorded, so there are no VODs, so there's value to playing Tharoon again and having the purple snacks. There is the Iagra, the sentient shrubs, the Shamali space monks, and the Oplanox bikers, who are very square. Also, we don't appear to have the nice lit up circle thing. We might need to play through. I've never actually read this. That doesn't seem that interesting. Okay, let's get on with it. So, is this the... Yep, kill all the shrubs.
For 1,000 years, loyal Iagra slaved to build an empire for the Tharoon. Now, Iagra rebels have become the architects of their own doom. For the Tharoon answer treason with death.
I don't think we need tips anymore. Okay. Let's start a scenario. So, this one is kill all the Iagra who like to hide in trees where they're invisible. And we try not to let the Prime Minister die. Dying Prime Ministers is not a good thing. You've also got these annoying breakuses that can stop you from doing anything. Come on. This seems like a very aggressive start. And that breakus is still there. Kill it. So there's quite a lot of map. I'm honestly also slightly curious as to if there's anything interesting to find that I've just never found before. Getting a bit icy if you go north, unsurprisingly. Honestly, hiding in the trees again. The fog of war, you may also notice, is at times a little bit interesting. Like, that tree creates all of that fog. Which is unusual, I think, is a reasonable description. Ooh. We've got no space. Actually, not sure what they are. Explosive rounds, apparently. It's really thick fog. Where did you come from? I guess we're looking this way then. If this is where the silly shrub people... Will you stop it? It's not even like they're accomplishing anything. They're literally just dying immediately. Are you... Yeah, we really do need to see if there are some stray units we can recruit. Curious if this path goes. Or is this just going to go back to where we were? Yeah, I think that's just going back, isn't it? Okay. There has to be more than this in this map, right? I kind of want to see if... Like, it feels like there should be a bridge here. It's a lot of water. Okay. Nope. So there's nothing interesting there. And we can't build on this level, which means we're in trouble unless we can find, like I say, some sort of random dudes somewhere. Okay. So there's some path. Apparently this wants to attack us anyway. Trying to be nice. Ooh, hello. Who are you? Okay. We found one additional unit at least. Look like it's going anyway. Hey, welcome home. I'm assuming all of your various transport links worked out alright in the end then. I'm going to attack this Breakers just because it's going to annoy me. There. That'll teach you to go around ionicking. So. Time to do some aggressive topiary, I think. This looks like it'll be interesting. No, it looks dangerous. So this is another question I've never found an answer to in this game. Like, these guys have actual, like, clubby things, but they use them to shoot. So it's like, why not just give them guns? Look at this sturdy bridge. That's some top-shelf engineering work going on there. Hi, Shrub Lords. Okay. Stop attacking the Prime Minister. I'm honestly not sure that works as a euphemism. Aha, another path. Here we go. The sudden builder swarm. See, I know StarCraft made it popular, but this is the original Zerg Rush. I mean, I don't think I've ever actually seen you, so I couldn't comment on your bridgeness. No, is that not the correct term? Should it be bridgitude? Bridgination. And yeah, I'm sorry if my ability to make up crap words is somewhat overkill. Hey, there we go. All of the shrubs are dead.
Mercy only by its absence. With the pitiless destruction of Iegra rebels, an example was set for all enemies of the Empire.
There you go. We can select up to 3. Let's have those ones. Oh, I know, the CGI in this is... Okay, like, also, to be fair to them, this was 1995. Like, video game CGI was not great. So, what are we doing? Okay. So this is your typical strategy game, sort of mini tutorial mission of build these buildings. Yes, I selected some. If I remember rightly, this level features space monks. Oh, WarWind's a fantastic game, so, you know, between the two of you, 1995 was clearly a fantastic year. They killed it all the babby. Aha! Space monks! Get in the ferry. Hope the ferry doesn't die. Okay. So we need one of these. Then we have no more resources. But what we can now do is once the base of this is built, all the resources our units picked up in the last level can be dropped off. Fair? I mean, the Shamali might have issues with that, but they're only space monks. We also probably need the hiring policy at some point. Recruitment strategy. Labourers wanted. But now we need more resources. But yeah, so this game, because you can't possibly have, you know, like, actual humans being involved in fighting and killing each other, we have the purple snake, the biker, the shrub, and the space monk. What are you doing? You get out. Oh yeah. I mean, they're undeniably evil, as you can pick up from all of the stupidly bad CGI cutscene. But also, they're purple semi-humanoid snack. It's like, how can you not love that? The problem is, this game takes a while when you've only got 2 workers. It's kind of like, just, can you finish a building, please? Yeah, snake friends. Except, snake friends not friendly. They do, however, have amazing alien architecture. Yeah, I thought that was gonna happen. You're also not allowed to build buildings if the door is obstructed by a tree. Because obviously, right? I actually kind of want to explore this level a bit as well, just to see if we can find more secret units again. It's an interesting question. Like, what would a sentient shrub be in that sense? What build there? Is good question. Yeah. I mean, could you say, like, topiary is plant that has personality, right? So you can probably still say personality. It just doesn't seem good. What are you doing in my inn? Get out. Oh, no, 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 no. So, you can also get masking and camouflage that makes units either be invisible or look like other units. Yeah, so have I. It turns out that plant puns are not as easy as you think. Come on. I'm not sure if it's lasers or plasma cutters, but it's certainly something that doesn't seem appropriate for cutting trees. Oh, yeah. In fact, you say that, I can't remember if it's possible in this one, but in the sequel, WarWind 2, one of the Tharoon units has a flamethrower, and it will actually burn through trees. It's pretty cool. Don't burn down forests, kids. I was going to say don't burn down fires then, and that's clearly not what I meant to say. Okay. So before we finish this level, we probably want to try and research all of the things and upgrade our stock of units. Especially the Prime Minister. Yeah, okay. So, don't build another manor. That's the answer. Actually, you probably need to not do the research. Now for possibly my favourite voice acting in this whole game. Because I am easily amused. But yeah, so the one nice thing about this is that always your Prime Minister, because you have to have your Prime Minister, but any units that you put in the Hall of Heroes will retain upgrades and things that you give them. Which means you get to do some occasionally useful stuff. So that is the last bio upgrade. Yeah, I can see that. It's the cunning plan to make everybody think of butter. As long as this worker is... Let's upgrade a couple of workers to put in the Hall of Heroes as well. Yes. Let's get some super upgraded dudes. Those space monks won't be getting through here. Hey, Quincy. And thank you. But yeah, we're playing through some WarWind for the moment. We're going to move on to the classic Warcraft 2 when we're done with this, which should be in about half an hour. We're also all trying not to hear the purple snakes talking about butter. That's not what I meant to do at all. Well, it should be a bit of a longer stream tonight, so if you can make it back later, you know, we're always nice to have you here. Otherwise, you know, enjoy your evening and we'll catch you next time. I should totally make that, like, the follower animation for this channel. It's just like, no. Snipe thorn. Multiple snipe thorns. Awesome. But yeah, until you're back, have a good evening and we'll catch you later. Hey, there we go.
Undaunted by rebellion, the Tharoon learned to build and defend their own homes, with their own sweat and blood.
I can believe that. Yep, see you, Quincy. Okay, so there's no arcanery, but that suggests that we can, on this one, get upgraded workers. So, first things first, let's start getting stuff put in play. We will need a citadel. And we will need someone to start gathering resources. You mean the chocolate stayed around long enough to melt? Because that seems like there's a problem. I'm now constantly expecting just like snipe thorns and slinkweeds. And all dim spunks. Yeah, it is really hot. I should also probably get this one. Building a grand parlour. Okay. I was just concerned about you, like, you know, just not eating all of the chocolate. But, yeah, that sounds fine. Labourers. Capri Suns are amazing, though! I want Capri Suns now, and I don't have any. Why do rovers keep appearing when I ask for workers? Oh, of course, because it started me with houses, so I can actually just hire more workers immediately. After in the later levels where you need to look at a lot of things around the map, I really do like these two buttons just to give you an idea of what's going on back at base. And it's something that, honestly, I think more modern games could still use and actually get something from. He's almost finished. But yeah. Also, in their defense, they don't just cut trees with their plasma cutters. They do literally everything with their plasma cutters. Yes, please. Let's go stand him in there. Then build a thing. I usually do that on this game as well. I'm cutting it out a little bit because, for all I love it, like you can probably tell already, it's quite slow for a strategy game, or even for a strategy game. So trying to do that can make it take a very long time. I've also played this game through a number of times, so on most of the levels, at least for the Tharoon, I know, like, where all the secret things are. They also have a ghost cursor. I'm not entirely sure what's happened there. But yeah, this has another interesting feature as well, which is typically, once you get to a certain number of units of the same type, you get to upgrade one of them to the next level. Which is also usually... But there we go. We've now got enough workers we can create an architect. Which I will do with this very upgraded worker in a moment. I forgot about jump troops. Also, yeah, the other thing you'll find with this game particularly is, like it was on the first level where there was that like one island off the coast. It's like it's just there for decoration. You can't actually do anything with it. So you can't quite always explore everything. That's probably enough workers. Yeah, it is really annoying. There's also a couple of levels where you have, like, just a commando type unit, and you cannot build, you cannot find any other units anywhere, and that one unit must survive, and it just becomes unsafe to explore everything. So you have to, like, you need to explore enough to find items to help with survivability, but you kind of have to strike a balance. It can be difficult. You know what it's time for? Ooh, hello. You're fast. Whoa, hello. So, this suddenly got a bit violent. No, we don't want to lose the architect. Yeah, it's not looking good. I am so glad we upgraded the Prime Minister, though. So that was a thing that happened. Apparently. Everybody needs more eye butter. Actually, you say about rubbing butter on their eyes. That's just begging for a Plants vs. Zombies stream. Oh cool, he actually regenerates over time. Oh, I've just realised what that other line is. It's either Mondra or Angrak. Basically, as one of the things you can get in PvZ is the slightly upgraded, what do they call it, kernel pult. So it's a plant that is kind of like sweet corn, but lobs corn kernels. And the upgrade makes it sometimes lob a block of butter. It's a bit strange. Anyway, we're rebuilding after that grievous assault. Yeah, it's always fun having you. Like I say, I'll be streaming every day probably, so drop back any time and we'll have something else interesting. That's a good point. We should probably research upgrades. So I love the amount of armour these guys wear. It's like, you can see where the tail is. And it's just like... it's Earthworm Jim levels of weird proportions. Although, to be fair, Earthworm Jim's was more an issue of length than one of width. Yeah, I mean, that is solid armour. And then you get these who are just wearing, like, the lower half of a cloak. And you get the Prime Minister who looks like it's attempting to wear a mermaid. And that's not a sentence I ever expected to say. I can bother to repair that. Never mind. It's the problem with being attacked and losing everything. You now have to wait for enough workers to appear in the inn to rebuild your forces again. Oh, crap, 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 crap. Oh, come on! I hate slinkweeds. I have some console games. I'm planning on at some point getting a capture card. Once I've done that, I will be expanding the retro game streams. So I've got my Mega Drive, I will have my Saturn once I get a replacement video connector for it. I've got the N64, and I've also got the Spectrum Vega, but that probably won't work quite so well for things to stream. Oh crap, there's two of them? Oh yeah, I love old games. Like, yeah, it's... For me, I've always had at least some belief in the statement that back in the day, games had to be good games because they didn't have graphics. And while it's not 100% true of games today, it tends to be true of particularly the sort of the big AAA titles that their focus is very much on making it look good. And, you know, sure, make it look good, we've got the technology, the ability to do it. But when they do that to the exclusion of gameplay, and the exclusion of things that, you know, in some senses cannot be difficult because they've been around for over 20 or 30 years, I start to have an issue with them then saying, like, but we need to justify spending this much money on all these staff to do it. And it's like, yeah, but try making a game first and not making a portfolio for your graphics team. Because as good as that portfolio is, that doesn't make it a game. But anyway, I have something of a soapbox in case that wasn't obvious. Mech warrior. Mech warrior. Yeah. And the thing is, it's that attitude that's a big part of why I stream the games I stream. So it's like, we can look at this and we can say, yeah, the graphics are terrible. But you look at some of the mechanics in it, and I think that some of those mechanics, like, you would not see today. Because you've got, like, the individual unit upgrades, you've got the research mechanic, you've got tech trees, you've got the Hall of Heroes to let you take units between levels. You've got all of these different things in a game that's 23 years old. And like I say, we'll finish this level and then I'll probably take a break for a couple of minutes and then come back with some Warcraft. But it's one of the big issues I have with World of Warcraft as well. Because I played Warcraft, or Warcraft 2 and Warcraft 3 anyway. And they were very good games. They've got a lot of story, they've got some mechanics that actually keep the game interesting. Although Warcraft 3 was already going a little bit the sort of MMO route, in some sense. But even so, like, you can go back to Warcraft 2 and you've got, like, the whole tech trees thing, so you've got to build the stuff to upgrade your headquarters building to get the next tier of things. And it plays through that way. And then on top of that, you've got the researches to help with, you know, like extra abilities or survivability and things like this. And in Warcraft, even in Warcraft 2, you've still got the magic system. So you have all of the spells on at least some of the units that have, in some cases, some relatively complex effect. And there's a lot of these sorts of things that you just don't see being thought about anymore. Don't have enough time for butter. Yeah, and so I will tend not to get involved with a game that you can't play on your own. Because, like, sometimes, even if mostly you play with company, sometimes you just don't want to, and that should be fine. Like, why should we be trying to force people to do something they don't really want to do? But I also, with WoW, had the problem that when I was looking at it, it at least has the appearance that they've, like, completely rewritten their universe to make it work for WoW. And it was like, I liked the story you had, and you've just not just changed the story, but redesigned the world to be put together differently just for the sake of, you know, creating it in a different format. It just seemed honestly unnecessary. And yeah, that's fair. The thing is, at the time, they didn't necessarily know it was going to make all of that money. It was when it first came out, they just trashed everything they had before and said, nope, we're doing this now. And it's like, yeah, okay, it's worked for them, but in some senses, it's honestly a shame that it has. How long? How long? Fine. But yes, since we have access to the Hall of Heroes, I want to try and make sure that we can have some well upgraded units in it to take to future levels. Yeah. At the end of the day, I guess, what do I know? Because I haven't made and released any large AAA game titles, so, you know. Okay. Build a manor then. Okay. Yeah, I think to be fair, in this game, while it's far from perfect, the pathfinding is even pretty good. Again, given how old it is, it's thing. I don't know many things that are actually properly cross-platform, honestly. Like, I would love there to be more things that are. The concern I have is one that is possibly invalid, but certainly for me, I feel like you are giving an edge to one side. So if you're looking at, particularly for me, the important thing is cross-platform between PC and console. And but depending on what's happening, there will be an edge to one of those two things. And I think it usually comes down in favour of the PC side. Why was there an alarm? Who is dying? Oh hi, slinkweeds. Yes, the nice thing about a fully upgraded assassin is their vision range is ridiculous. Also, my units can see here and here, but not the bit in the middle. It's... I don't know how they work out some of this stuff. There's another one. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you. And at that point, it also comes down to what you and your friends want to get out of the game. So typically, if I'm playing multiplayer games, then my focus is on games that you can play cooperatively rather than competitively. So, sandbox games, for example, are great for that. So I've started playing No Man's Sky again to play the multiplayer on that. You know, I'll play... Oh, I can't remember the name of it now. It's a silly little sort of action platformer thing where you're gladiators in this arena working through the different levels. Yeah, you know, it's... I've just realised this is the level, I think. Hi, you just did a dumb. But yeah, honestly, even like, so strategy games, so your Command and Conquers, your Civilizations, whatever, I will play those cooperatively against AIs. Typically. You know, I don't have the interest in... Like, if I'm playing with friends especially, I don't have the interest in saying, let's start finding out who is better. So I just want to have a fun time with friends, you know? Although, I might also be experimenting in a week or so's time with a completely new type of stream. I mean, completely new for me. Other people have been doing it for ages, but I might look into doing like a live coding type stream. Which could be interesting. So we will see how that goes. Okay. This level could still take us a little while, so what I'm going to do is save it here. I will take a quick break, and then we will come back with some classic Warcraft and introduce you to the history of the game. Let's overwrite that one. Is it going to work it out, or is it going to break again? Nope. Okay. So, let's